Hello everyone. So if you watch the first video of the how to use a scythe series, but your scythe wasn't mowing properly or you couldn't make it cut grass, don't despair. Here's why and how to fix that. Let's get started. In order to get your scythe to cut smoothly and with the minimum effort, we need to set it up properly. So the first thing we're going to check is the scythe length and the placement of the handles. So if you stand in a flat surface and you place the scythe next to you, the first handle, it should roughly be placed at the same height as your hip bone. You have an Austrian scythe, you'll have two handles. And how do you place the second one? You measure with your arm, place your elbow on the first handle, and where the tip of your fingers end, that's where the second handle should be. All right, next thing we need to set properly, it's the balancing angle. And that's how much it is lift from the tip or the back. So this or that. That means how it is balanced in relation to the ground. Meaning that if I hold it and lift it off the ground, it should remain parallel to the ground. And how do we set up the balancing angle? To modify the balancing angle of the blade, we'll need to use a wooden shim like this one. Okay. And this is an exaggeration just so you can better visualize what I mean. And you need to put it between the blade and the scythe. So here, okay. So with this one, if you put it on this side or on the other side, you'll effectively move. You modify the tip, the movement of the tip. So by lifting this side up or lifting the other side until you find a way where the blade is parallel to the ground. I usually aim to have it slightly lifted off the ground, about a centimeter. Okay, next thing is the lay of the scythe. The lay angle controls the amount of space we have from the ground to the cutting edge. This is simply how far the edge of the blade is in relation to the ground. So that means it could be in this direction or it could be in that direction. You always need to have some clearance, a minimum distance from the ground. The lay of the blade is simply modified by using a wooden shim. And you place the shim between the scythe and the blade. So this way you can lift the cutting edge away from the ground. If you need to lower the cutting edge towards the ground, instead of using a shim, you'll need to remove a bit of wood from the tip of the scythe, and that'll move the cutting edge closer to the ground. I roughly go for about 5 millimeters from the 5 or 6 millimeters from measured from the ground to the cutting edge. That gives you a fair amount of distance to avoid hitting rocks or hard roots, things like that. So you avoid damaging the cutting edge if you have the lay of the blade properly set up. Now, most likely you'll need a combination of these two shims. So you have something like this that tapers gradually, but with one side that's slightly larger than the other one, depending on what you'll need for your specific side setup. All right, and one last thing we need to make sure is properly set up is the hafting angle. The hafting angle is simply the distance, is the angle here from the scythe to the tip of the cutting edge, this one. And we adjust by moving the blade. So we loosen this up, we adjust, and then we tighten the clamp. That's the hafting angle. And we measure the hafting angle by placing the side on a flat surface against a wall or something where we can make a mark. So we place it like this. We make a mark at the end of the cutting edge. Then we move the side until the tip of the blade gets roughly to the same spot. We make another mark, and then we measure the distance from point 1 to point 2. In my case, I've got 8 centimeters. That's my hafting angle. Okay. Some people recommend 5 centimeters. I find it too little, so for me it works with 8 centimeters. So you can try that up and see what works best for you. Some people find it better to have a more open hafting angle, some more close hafting angle. It depends on your body. It depends on the length of the scythe and several other things. So you need to experiment with this to find the correct hafting angle for yourself. But between 5 and 8 centimeters is roughly a good starting point. And that's how you quickly and properly set up a scythe. Take your time and experiment with these settings, and I'll guarantee you that you'll be mowing and cutting grass in no time. My name is Erwin. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.